So let's get to it. I'm waiting for YouTube to sync up. Let me share my screen so you don't have to see little old me. Now, of course, we're using Oanda and CFD Forex data, which seems other people do the same thing. I'm not alone on that. Welcome, welcome, welcome. What's up with Australia? What do we got going on here? Okay, so I only say that because of very simple facts. And let me, oh, there we go. Now we can see ourselves ready. All right. So let's go on. What's going on with Australia here? Australia has lots of longs here. I don't know what's up. I'm not going to, it must have been some report come out on Australia. I mean, yeah, Australia franc, Australia Canada up, and it seems to be performing a little bit. I only say a little bit. Our USD Norway still has its long in place with that target higher than the current price. Gold in Swiss franc is still long. We have here Australia, the market is up as well. That's another long. And it's just Australia is just everything. You know, another long with Canadian, another long with the franc and the Hong Kong. Even the US dollar, we have a long. What's up with that? So let's see here. Let's look at now Hong Kong. So we have Euro Hong Kong. That's got a long. Euro and Hungary as a short. Okay, so that says something about Europe in itself. Hong Kong markets has a long. Japan 225 has a short. So when you have Hong Kong with a long, that may mean something. Again, it's so unpredictable. Let me see here. Okay, so Japan has a short. Even though it's performing, this is a tough one. I don't know what's going on in Hong Kong as well, but definitely the Australia with all those longs there, something's up with that. Okay, let me just find the finance stuff here. Yahoo Finance, everything as I shown earlier is been up pretty good. Looks like everything's turning now. Whoa. Let me just do a refresh here. Okay, so yeah, everything's up, but wow. Okay, so already NASDAQ is pointing down. Things are dropping here. Crude oil's still up. Gold is at 0.25%. Forex is up barely, but 10-year bond is up 2.8%. We'll probably go through that. Forex is up somewhat, but Bitcoin, as I said, crypto is the place to be. Okay, you cannot knock that. Same with crypto 200. FTSE and Nikkei were up yesterday. Okay, so that's where things are at. So let's look at what's going on. So we have Japan pointing down. The Russell is now got a short on it with that big bar. That's fairly new. US India, I don't really pay attention to. This is where it gets very interesting. We do have a long on the 5-year bond. Canadian dollar is definitely strengthened. I guess that's with an oil trade. That's definitely got a long. Norway still maintains its long, but as I said, I wouldn't tie up everything. But if I was to move into anything that's a safe haven, that would be it. Australia, New Zealand's got a short. Okay, doesn't make sense. Now, again, we start to see shorts here for the Australia, Japanese yen, a short there, another short for the CHF. So these are not the same, but we still maintain an Australian Canada. I think Canada, that dollar is strengthening as well. So here we come to some US markets. S&P 500 short, US top 30 short, some strength there in the pound against the US dollar. And I've gone through the news, folks. Just so you know, I do have Telegram channels. Go over to my blog, see that on the right side of the bar there under social contact. Pound against the Australian dollar's got a short, not to worry about that. Another long with a Norway and US dollar Sweden, US dollar. Denmark short. Here's one I haven't seen in a while, but that's going to short anyways. USD. And Mexico. Gold has a long in Japanese yen. I don't really pay attention to any of these, but these are all silver now. Long in silver and Canadian. One long, one short in Swiss franc. Two shorts in euro. One long. So 2 out of 4 that are long or short. So we have the British pound here, 2 longs there for silver and British pounds. So sums up with the British as well. Okay, silver Hong Kong. Okay, that confirms that there's 2 longs. So that might be a safe prediction for the short term on Hong Kong. Okay, because we did see a Hong Kong market call. So that might be a strength there. Silver and Japanese yen. 1 long, 1 short. Singapore, 2 longs there. Australia, Canada. Let's go long. Australian Swiss franc, another short. Okay, Australia, Japanese yen. Again, there's more shorts here. That's okay. This one is bizarre because I would always thought that this would be stronger. Australia, New Zealand. We have 2 shorts here for Australia, Singapore, except 1 out of 3. This is an important one. It's China 50. It's got a long. Despite that long drop, could this be a reversal? That's going to be key. And it's all related, again, around always related around the vaccine rollout and all that. Euro and Czechoslovakia, 2 shorts. Euro and Japanese yen, short. So like Europe is just not strong, except for maybe Norway as the currency. Euro and New Zealand, not much. Little strength of the euro. Sweden, Euro USD. Okay, this is a big one. We have a long here. So again, this is the 3rd time we've seen US dollar. So it's confirmed that yes, the US dollar is strengthening. I'm not sure about the markets. The bonds are looking okay. They just did an auction yesterday, so everything's looking good. But we've seen that before where things may start to drift back down later next week. I don't know when the next bid auction is going to happen, but usually I think there's a lot of downward pressure on just anything US. But they do come along these sugar highs because the stimulus that should be pumping the US markets, and they're not. The pound against the Singapore dollars is got a long. Okay, so now we have 2 Thailand, 2 longs there. Not convincing, but I don't know. I think there's Hong Kong and Taiwan might start to see some strength. Here we have another long on the 10-year bond for the US. So that's good, but it's short term. And that also helps the US dollar, but not the markets. But I think the markets will respond to that next week. Pound against the Australian dollar, it's got a short. It's a very mixed overall market right now. USD, Hungary. Let's see here, we have 2 longs here, US, India. I mean, I have to see that sustainable to make a predictable call out of that. S&P 500's got another short. USD top 30 down. Here we have another US 10-year long. Okay, so that short term, yes on the US dollar, yes on the treasury as well. USD Mexico short, USD Denmark short. Norway still maintains its long. USD Sweden short. Okay, here's another NASDAQ. That's got a long. To me, it's not convincing because it's under the good. That's where I stop. So crypto is flat because of the US dollar and the US bond. But let's look at the 10-year. Okay, that's declining still, but it might strengthen. I don't know. 5 years, same thing. Get rid of that. Now we get into the agriculture. Declining there, that's wheat, US dollar. Here's the key. Copper and US dollar, okay, so that's flat, it's not declining. And that's really related around here, this China 50, because that might say something, and that may also be part of the reasons why Australia might be getting stronger. 30-year here bond still dropping. 2-year, that's got a little strength there. Platinum got a short. So let me just close these up. Let's see how Hong Kong's looking. Hong Kong 30. It's got a little bit of strength there. So I think right now, to say from a global perspective, it's going to be really China that's going to drive all this. And if that still declines, then yeah, I'd be concerned. We want to see these really up bars and a good run up of those, and just a general trend. This is a big pullback. Can that like strengthen? We can see here we've had a couple of days of strengthening over this last set of few days, but it's just not enough momentum to drive it up. Fortunately for what I do, there's enough momentum to really give you some nice coin moves. The crypto today, an hour ago, maybe a 3 or 4% move up compared to all what I just showed you. That's pretty good. So again, let me just go through this. If you like what you see, come on over to quantlabs.net and jump on if you want to automate your crypto trading. Also, let me see here. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it at that because this is the market. A lot of people don't see what I'm seeing with crypto. That's okay. We'll leave it at that. Thanks for watching. Have yourselves a good day.